Have you ever wondered what's more powerful, a bear or a fairy?
Find out on this episode of Chad Magic.
Hello and welcome to Chad Magic. My name's Christian.
And I'm Wally, and today we're filming live again on location at Axion's The Gathering in Birmingham University.
Ooh.
We've got two great guests coming on the show. We've got Josh, Prince of Biel Tan, and we've got Chris, also known as Revelo. But what's coming up this episode, Christian?
So we've got a fantastic game of homebrewed commanders. It's going to be really, really good fun. It's so good, and it's great to be here in Birmingham. It's not quite as sunny as Barcelona.
No, definitely not, but it's so great to be back on location again, filming at a convention, all the energy, all the noise in the background. I love it. It's a really fun episode coming up, isn't it, Christian?
Yeah, and we've been down here with a big load of people. All the Chad Magic crew are here, so yeah, it's been fantastic. So today we're really happy to have some special guests, really excited for the gameplay, but before we get into that, we do have a competition.
We sure do. So if you'd like the chance to win a Dominaria remastered booster box, all you have to do is firstly subscribe to the channel. Button's right down there. Go click it now, why don't you? We'll wait. Now that you've done that, what you need to do is share one of our videos, any social media you like, take a screenshot, take a photo, whatever you like, send a photo of it to our channel email address that's appearing below. That'll enter you into the competition, and then when we hit 5,000 subs, hopefully that's really soon.
Yeah, should be soon.
That box will go to one lucky winner somewhere in the world. And all we want to know is what card you get out of it, because we know they're going to be sick. Yeah,
they're going to be really, really spicy pulls. And if you'd like to go one further than subscribing to us, we also have a Patreon as well, which we'll bring up here too. And our Patreon coming have 2 levels. You can join it for as little as £1 a month, but we now have a new patron tier, which is really, really cool because you get to hang out with us on Spell Table and access to exclusive videos. We'll quickly bring up our patrons though. There they are. We love you. And now to the game. And just like magic, we're back and we're ready to play with 2 very special guests.
Hi, my name's Josh. You might know me as Prince of Biel Tan on the internet. I'm a writer for EDHijinks. I also write magic content for wargamer.com, and I get the occasional preview card for Wizards of the Coast, which at the time of writing, I'll have a preview card for Wilds of Eldraine, so I hope you liked it. You can find me at Prince of Biel Tan on Twitter and at Fresh Prince of Biel Tan on Instagram.
We're not jealous at all of the preview cards. Not one bit. Not one bit.
One day we'll get one.
Friends in high places.
You're manifesting.
Yeah. It was well deserved. It's well deserved. But you know, we're open to that too. But Josh isn't our only guest.
Hello, I'm Chris. You'll know me online as Revelo1989, and me and my partner Amy are both halves of the War Room EDH stream. You can find me on Twitter at Revelo1989 or at WarRoomEDH. We stream every other Tuesdays. We just started last week and we're looking forward to our next stream in a couple of weeks' time. And I'm delighted to be here with my friend Josh and my new friends at Chad Magic.
Welcome.
Stuff.
Thanks for coming on the show, guys. Really appreciate it.
And in typical Chad Magic fashion, the person to the left of me won the die roll, so you're going first. So what commander have you brought with us today?
I have brought Alela, Artful Provocateur. It's Esper Enchantments theme, so I want to play a load of enchantments and a few artifacts, so I can hopefully create a load of tokens that I can fly over and hit people for heavy damage and gain a lot of life. I've called the deck Fairy Enchanted Evening, and true to form, I will make it as magical and sparkly as possible.
It sounds it.
It sounds beautiful. So today I'm playing Narset, Enlightened Exile, the new Narset from the Aftermath set. And the important thing to note about this card is completely fair and not broken in the slightest. Going to be doing some stuff with prowess, going to be making some tokens, going to be casting some spells from people's graveyards, going to have some fun and ruin everybody's day.
Are we going to be in a corner rocking back and forth saying, make it stop, make it stop?
So I'll be playing the Partners Commanders, Ardenn and Rograkh. I call this deck Premium Cosmetics. Basically, Rograkh comes out as a 0-drop, and then his dad Ardenn comes out with a credit card and gives him all the equipment. And then I'm going to send that equipment at my opponents.
And I'm playing fantastic fair green. I'm playing Wilson Refined Grizzly, very on theme for the new Baldur's Gate game, which I'm sure we've all been playing. And yeah, it's good. And I'm also playing the background Raised by Giants as well. So this is basically big green, Voltron theme. Yeah, we're going to play some creatures, we're going to find some creatures, we're going to ramp hopefully and just have a lovely green time fighting for the forces of nature and refined bears everywhere.
So 2 Voltrons exit the table, Chris, I think we're in trouble, man. I think we are in trouble. We can be friends. We'll make alliance now.
We'll pillar fort away.
Turn 0 politics.
This is way too early for politics. This is even too early for Tom.
Pillar fort away to victory. It's fine.
We haven't even picked up the cards yet. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Right. Are we all set?
We are.
Yeah,
Cool.
looking good.
Right, first thing I will do, I'm going to play an obscure storefront. Comes in, I can immediately
you're getting alive.
sack it and search for a plains, island, or swamp.
Cool.
I will.
Comes in tap, doesn't it?
It does,
Alright,
yes.
so I'll fly off in that case. So I
Yeah.
will draw my card for turn. I'll play this island, and I'm going to cast a Preordain.
Oh, nice.
And I'll pass the turn while I do the
Known
scrying
good
and
modern
stuff.
card.
Yeah.
Island comes in. Preordain, yeah, freshly unbanned, and
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to keep 1 on top and put 1 to the bottom.
Dope. Okay, I will kick us off with a Temple of Triumph.
Oh, and I draw a card as well, actually.
Of course. I'll scry for turn, keep that on top, and then I will pass to you, Christian.
Thank you very much. I'm going to draw. I will play a forest. I'm going to tap the forest for the Ozolith, which everyone loves.
Hate it.
Hey, just showing that mono green is good no matter what format it's in.
And I'll pass the turn.
okay. I will play a plains, and I will then immediately go into tap into and playing an arcane signet.
Oh dear.
And I will over to you.
Thank you. I will tap and
The magic
draw.
happens.
I'll play another island. I will tap for 2 for a Talisman of Conviction. Rampy McRampface, and I'll pass the turn.
Yeah, nice.
I will draw this card that
Look at me,
I
I'm
may
the
have seen already. Play a mountain,
Oh, lovely Nyx lands.
and I will do some ramp of my own, and I'll play a Sword of the Animist. No one to hold it for now, so I'll pass the turn to you.
Apple and tap and draw. Right, I'm going to play a Wooded Foothills. I'm going to pay 1 life, crack it.
Christian, famously a big lover of off-colour fetch lands. Christian always tells me how much he loves off-colour fetches. It's his favourite thing in Magic.
You're very, very
Actually, what
nice.
am I looking for? I'm in mono green.
I did wonder. I was going to be like, yeah, you know.
I'm sure I put a mountain in my mono green deck somewhere.
I was like, where's the stomping grounds?
Yeah, if we've got Karn's fetches and snow-covered lands, we know we're in for that spiky green.
Yeah. So with my fresh 2 forests, I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to bring out Wilson, Refined Grizzly.
He's here.
Wilson!
And I'll pass the turn.
Is the green deck the only deck that's not ramped?
I think so, you know.
Yeah. Outrageous. Disgraceful behaviour.
Outrageous!
This deck was brought to us by a good friend Lucas, which is why it has an off-colour fetch land. You would never catch me with this one like that.
It feels dirty playing it.
Yeah.
I've drawn, yeah. I'll tap, play a swamp, and then I will tap to bring out Alela.
Ah, commander play. I love it.
Indeed, we're getting out the script quickly and pass the turn.
Right, so I'll untap and draw. Play this very lovely Unfinity Plains.
Oh, best land by far.
And actually, I'm going to bring my commander out too. So I'll take 1 damage from the Talisman of Conviction and play Narset, Enlightened, Exile, and pass the turn.
Oh, everyone's got blockers. We don't like that. No. Right, let's untap, draw.
Blockers. What are blockers when you're flying?
We're going to throw out this Fervent Champion.
Very nice.
First strike and haste, and most importantly, equips that target Fervent Champion are 3 less. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the Sword of the Animist over onto the Fervent Champion, and I'd like to move to combat. So I think the smallest commander at the table for now is Chris's, so I'm going to swing for you for 2 with first
You've
strike.
seen this show before, haven't you? You know that I'm the person to swing out first. I was talking the other day that it's crazy that I think if we went back and watched all the episodes, probably 75 to 80% of the time I'm swung out first. So I'm not going to block.
So that'll be in that case just 2 damage.
2 damage.
And you get to ramp, right?
I do. I get to go and get a land and put it onto the battlefield.
Why am I the
basic,
only
of
one
course.
not ramping?
Boros ramp, you love to see it.
I'm going to go get a plains. That one there. And yeah, do you know what? I think we're just going to pass the turn there.
I'll untap. I'll keep triggers none and draw. I'm going to play a Rogue's Passage for turn. I'll tap 3 for an Evolution Sage. I wish I had some +1 counters to start having some fun with, but I currently don't. And Josh, I will return a favour 2 at you with Vigilance.
I will take 2 then, and I will go to 38.
And it's actually commander damage, so I will get a little dying.
Command damage is probably going to matter in this game. Actually,
I think it does
Commanders
something
that are
like
gonna
that,
be out.
I reckon
Well,
so.
and Narset as well.
This can also knock out people that way as well. So yeah, going to be heavy hitters.
I'll pass it in.
Come out here with black eyes and chipped teeth.
But that's enough about last night anyway, Chris.
Right, so what I think I will do now is I'm going to tap the plains, the Signet for white, and the swamp. I'm going to play Mesa Enchantress, so I can draw cards when I play my enchantment spells.
It's starting, guys. It's starting.
And true to form, I will then tap the islands. I am going to play Combat Research, Enchanting Alela. She gets +1/+1, has Ward 1. I get a fairy token, and
You draw a card from Mesa Enchantress.
Indeed. And fairies are 2/1 because of one of Alela's passives. And then I will go to combat, and I will swing at you for 3 in the air.
I can't block, so I will take the 3.
We're not making friends here, are we? Just swinging it.
Yeah.
I'll remember this forever, Chris.
And that's commander damage as well, so...
It is, yeah.
Chad Magic will remember this.
Yeah. We like swinging.
I will pass the turn to you.
All right, thank you. So I will untap my stuff, draw my card for turn. Oh, that is a good draw, given the circumstances. Right.
Oh dear.
So we're going to do some stuff now. Going to tap 2 for a Mind Stone.
Ooh.
Trigger Prowess.
We'll be ramping.
We're going to tap another 2, so I'm going to tap this just for the colours. For an Is It Signet? Prowess.
Is it really a Signet?
Narset is now a 5/6. And I think, Chris, I'm going to return the favour. So that's a 5/6 coming to you. It's on the ground, so you can block it.
I will chump block with this fairy token.
Sure, now there's an attack trigger, which means that I can cast a non-creature, non-land card from the graveyard. There is only one, which is my preordain. So I will cast it and exile it. So what that actually means is it will be, it doesn't matter because you blocked anyway.
Yeah.
So I will scry 2 and draw a card. I'm going to leave them both on top.
It's not scary at all.
No, not scary at all.
And with that, I shall pass the
What
turn
I
to
am
Josh.
happy about, it does seem that the political agreement didn't last very long.
No.
So
Yeah, that really was the shortest lived alliance of all time, wasn't
To be
it?
fair, I had my own attacking you, and then Josh did it. I thought, I don't want to team up on. I don't want to beat up one player.
You'll be surprised how many promises in Commander only last until someone's
Yeah.
upkeep.
Yes.
Speaking of, untap.
What promise will be broken now? Stick around to find out.
Next time on Chad Magic Bull Z.
So I'm also going to do some ramping, and I'm going to pay 3 for a Sword of Forge and Frontier.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my days.
Fancy one too.
Lovely art, yeah.
And it looks like it says protection from red and green as well, which is going to be cool. So I will
It's
move
useful at this
to
table.
equip that to the further champion.
Yes.
Oh, because you equip it for free,
Wait, hang
basically,
on.
don't you?
Yeah.
You're not playing any red or green.
Nope.
Oh no.
Oh dear, Christian.
Yeah.
I've got no blockers, to be fair, so...
That is true, and you are playing non-spiky modern cards like Preordain.
Yeah.
So do you know what? This time, Wally, let's swing at you.
You are the threat, Wally.
That will be 4.
4 damage, yep. I will take the 4 down to 32, and I will remember this forever.
Just
we've
remember,
got-
Wally, I haven't swung it.
First an attack trigger where I'll go and get a land tapped.
Yep. And what's the other one?
So the other one is when it deals combat damage to a player, I exile the top 2, and I may play those cards this turn, and I may play an additional land that turn. So
This is Boros Ramp.
yeah, so
I
it's
have
a nice...
3 mana and I'm the green deck.
What's the tactic? Hit him really, really hard.
Great, so we're going to exile the top 2 from the Sword of Forge and Frontier, so we're getting a mountain.
Slightly concerned I'm missing land drops
Ooh,
here.
and a Colossus Hammer.
Good. You can have both.
That's not bad, is it?
That's-
right.
Yeah, that's
So-
hard. I'm scared.
We're going to play this mountain for turn. And do you know what? I think we're just going to play the Colossus Hammer. We're
Yeah.
just going to leave it ominously there, just for now.
Chunky red mist now.
What's this about broken modern cards?
I will be passing the turn there, very ominously.
I don't like
is
that.
ominous.
Right, we will start with a basic forest. We will go to combat. I think, Wally, who are you coming at?
It can be not you.
Okay, so I'm actually going to continue to build up the damage on Josh because I've got a 2 commander damage already. So Josh, I'm coming at you with 2, and then I'm going to come at you, Chris, with a 3/2.
Yep, no blocks.
Given the circumstances, this seems fair.
Yeah. You take. And look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And I am actually going to pass with my mana up.
Okay.
See, I'm not so worried about open mana in green.
Okay,
Maybe
right.
it should be.
Yeah.
Right. That's going to be turning things into red salsa soon. I think the best course of action there. I'm going to tap one, and I'm going to play Soul Snare. I can pay white to sack it and exile a target creature that's attacking me or a planeswalker I control. And then I'm not hitting land jolts, which is slightly concerning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap this island in the swamp. I'm going to play Talisman of Dominance. So I'll fetch another fairy. I don't draw a card this time because it's not an enchantment. So then what I'm going to do, we'll go to combat, and I will send Alela at Josh for 3 in the air.
Ooh, well, I can't do anything about that, so I will take 3, and I believe that'll also be commander damage.
Yes,
Sure will.
and I will gain 3 from lifelink.
I'll go down
Do you have
to
another
33.
dice?
I do have another dice.
So we can track all the commander damage.
I will find...
You're going to turn us against each other, Rev, because I'm looking at all this commander damage and I'm thinking you're about to have an accident at work that wasn't your fault.
Oh no, I'm going to have a Colossus Hammer and mysteriously drop on my head from a great height.
Does our insurance cover that, Christian?
We do realise that those contracts we made you sign before we came on. They're pretty concrete.
Yeah.
We accept no responsibility for deaths or dismemberments caused on this game.
Absolutely.
I will pass turn.
Awesome. Right, so let's untap and draw. Okay, I was hoping for a land actually, but then I scried before and I know it wasn't a land. Right, so what we're going to do is going to tap like this. Conviction for colourless, for the Archmage Emeritus.
Ooh.
We all love to see it. Then we're going to, actually pre-combat, I'm going to do, I'll add Is It from that, and I'm going to use the red to play Crash Through to give my creatures trample until end of turn.
Prowess
So
trigger,
the Archmage, draw a card, trigger the Prowess.
And then you draw a card.
I've drawn the card off Archmage.
No, from Crash Through.
Oh yeah, I do, thank you. Yes, so I draw 2 cards actually.
If you read the card,
It explains the
explains
card,
what it does, yeah.
That is how it works in this game, isn't it? Right, we're going to combat.
Well, trample makes me feel good because, you don't want to lose the value of having trample.
Well, exactly, yeah.
It's open, right?
So I can take out some of these blockers, and I think, that 3 damage last turn really upset me, actually. So we've got 1 prowess trigger, there's going to be another one in a second when
Is
I
it
attack.
an attack trigger that you get to do something
trigger,
from the graveyard?
Yes, exactly.
And it's non-creature?
Non-creature, yeah.
I think the card draw is going to get out of hand with the Archmage Emeritus, so I'm going to do something about that before he goes to combat.
Yeah.
Or can you guys just remember this and let me catch up a little bit, because I think if we allow Wally to start drawing...
Can I just draw 1 more card? Can you do it second, mate?
I must
Just 1 more
tell,
card.
I have
Not
2 so
attacking you,
far.
Christian.
I know,
Just 1 more card.
when you pass priority, I have an action, so let me know.
Okay, well, I'm going to move to combat.
Okay, before you move to combat, I'm going to tap for 3, and I'm going to Beast within the Archmage Emeritus.
Okay.
Any response?
No responses here.
Archmage dies.
All good.
So you can has 3/3 Beast.
You do realise now I can cast that beast within.
Well, you may very well can, but all I need to do really is not have you draw 2, 3, 4 cards a turn.
So
Narset's on
Narset's going to go at you, Chris.
Narset's on the prowl and she's
The
hungry for
beast
blood.
within, I'll cast. It'll be exiled from your graveyard, Christian,
Yep.
and I'll hit the Anissa Enchantress with it.
So can I respond to that?
You can. It's on the stack.
You're casting the beast within from the graveyard, correct?
Yes.
So I
It's
will.
on the stack.
Okay, right. So I'm going to tap Talisman of Dominance for blue, tap Arcane Signet for blue, take 1 life. I'm going to Arcane Denial that.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm still its controller, so I will draw 2 cards. Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah.
Wait, we wanted to stop him drawing cards.
Okay, but the prowess trigger still goes off. It's got
Doing
trample.
the mental
So this is a
equations
5
here.
trampler, Chris.
I will chump block 1 with the fairy.
Yep.
And I will take 4 off that, I believe.
4 commander damage, yes.
Yes, that's fine.
With trample.
Importantly, now you don't have the mana for Soul Snare.
Okay,
Yeah, true.
and
I was
think
forced into that.
I will pass the turn there, and I will get to draw 2 cards.
And I get to draw a card.
So that's the
Amazing.
start of Josh's turn.
Yeah, well,
As soon as I keep
I'm just going to do it. Yeah. And that is your turn, Josh.
Well,
Welcome to Chad Magic, where the life totals mean nothing and the steps don't matter.
Flash.
Draw.
What is this
Okay.
instant speed you talk of?
So the board is getting a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap for 3 and I'm going to play Eowyn, Lady of Rohan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Chris, you have a vigilant commander. Oh,
Yeah.
I want a vigilant creature as well.
Yep.
So Eowyn reads, at the beginning of combat on my turn, target creature gains my choice of first strike or vigilance until the end of turn. If it's equipped, it gets both. Now, it already has first strike, but vigilance is going to feel pretty nice.
That is gonna
and
feel pretty
equip
nice.
abilities activate cost 1 less to activate. So don't worry about the Colossus Hammer, because it is currently, even cost reduced, it is equipped 4 right
Yeah.
now. So that's all okay.
Now I cast Pure Seal Paladin.
Anyway, I'd like to move to combat. Because the Soul Snare is... Oh, the shields are down over there. I feel like I'm going to have to go for it.
Okay.
I would like to declare an attack against you, Rev, and it will... Well, it's Vigilant this time because of Eowyn, and it will be 4 damage. First strike.
Is there any trample or menace?
No.
I will chump block with a fairy token then.
Sounds good. So we've got some triggers. So first our attack trigger, in which I will go and get a basic land and put it tapped onto the battlefield. And then we will have the Sword of Forge and Frontier trigger, where I will exile the top 2. And let's see what we get. So this time we are getting another mountain.
Ooh,
hopefully not another Colossus Hammer, because then I think I lose.
illegal deck.
A Crashing Drawbridge.
Oh, nice.
So that would give creatures I control haste until the end of the turn.
That's quite good.
That is. So from the Sword of Forge and Frontier, I'll be able to play the mountain as an additional land each turn.
Yep.
And Crashing Drawbridge, a defender that taps to give creatures I control haste until the end of the turn.
Great card.
That will be me. I'll be passing with 1 mana open to you.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to tap 1, and I'm going to cast Worldly Tutor.
Hey.
Oh dear.
Subscribe, will you?
I will find a Mana Gorger Hydra, and I'll put that on top. We'll go to my turn.
I'm casting like 3 or 4 spells a
On
turn.
top,
That's really
keep,
bad.
and drop. I'm going to pay 3, and I'm going to cast a Mana Gorger Hydra. Yay.
Hate it. Hate it.
We'll go to combat. I think it does have to be you, Chris. So I'm going to swing at you with a 3/2 and a 2/2.
No blocks.
Okay, so you'll take 5.
Yeah. Any commander damage?
Yeah, there is some commander damage. I'm glad you asked.
Oh dear. It's anything now.
But that's all for me. I'll pass the turn while I find you a commander damage dice.
Alright, one tap. So many eyes watching me. Right, I will tap the plains in the swamp, and I'll tap the Tasman Dominance for colourless to play Etchings of the Chosen. Trigger. Yep, you get a counter.
There might be a lot of this.
Yeah, so choosing Fairy, so creatures I control get +1/+1.
So it's making 3/2 flyers
3/2
whenever you
flyers.
play an artifact or enchantment.
Yeah.
That seems pretty good.
And Alela
Does seem quite good.
Alela will now become a 4/5 flyer with lifelink. So
That also seems pretty good.
I hate it.
thanks, I hate it. Right, then I will play. I'm going to play Dromore's Cavern for turn. I think it comes in on tap. I then sack it and let's turn a non-layer card. So I will return this swamp to my land to resolve that. I'll tap the island. Let's get Soul Ring out.
Oh, classic turn 5
Trigger.
Soul Ring.
Yeah, put the spell on. And I will actually send Alela at Josh. I'm going to spread the love. Okay.
I will take, was it 4?
4 in the air.
4 in the air.
I will draw a card. I will gain 4 life.
And you go to 7 commander damage.
That lifelink's been doing work for you.
And keeping me in the game nicely.
It is, yeah.
And I will pass the turn, I think.
Cool.
I'm not sure
will
I am so
untap my
scary
stuff.
after all.
I'm a bit worried about the fact that all my ramp is from artifacts. So like if somebody puts a Vandal Blast out there, I'm going to be in real trouble. But,
famous green spell.
Well, yeah,
there are some though. There's
Yeah,
some Fade from History and Rampage of the Clans.
well, let's do some stuff anyway. We'll tap that, and we'll tap that for the colours to play a cheeky little Gutter Snipe.
Trigger.
Then I guess what we'll do is we will just opt. So I'll tap blue and cast opt. Scry 1, draw a card. So first everyone takes 2 damage.
Well, no, first I have a trigger.
You do have a trigger. Then we'll do the Gutter Snipe, and there will be, I'm going to use this dice to just track how many prowess triggers I've had on Narset. The Beast also has prowess.
Oh yeah, all
As does Gutter Snipe, but it can't attack. So I will scry 1 and draw. I will draw that card and play it as my land turn. It's a mountain. I will then cast Faithless Looting.
Trigger.
Yep, trigger.
Oh, well, I think I made a good choice.
You're drawing some cards.
We take 2 from
Everyone takes 2. And there'll be another prowess trigger on my things.
That's scary.
So I draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. And I'm going to discard a Jeska's Will and a Thorn's Vessel.
No, very, very chill cards going into the
that's a
graveyard
suspicious
right now.
thing to discard. It's almost like maybe he wants to cast that for free.
It's almost like I could get it again.
Something like that, yeah.
And then I will tap for 2 to play a Mercurial Spelldancer.
Trigger.
So I should have played that first, actually. It was a bit of a misplay, really, but never mind.
Lucas has so many of them. He thinks that's going to go way up in value. He has like a whole binder.
I've got like 5 or 6, to be honest.
I'm playing the market.
Okay, so we're going to go to combat. Before we go, can I just look how many cards has everybody got in hand?
6.
2.
6.
6, okay. So if I cast the Jesk as well, I'll get 6 mana. That
Feels
quite
pretty
good,
good.
That's
actually,
pretty
that,
decent,
isn't it? Right, you've got the Soul Snare. I don't like the Soul Snare.
Yep.
Christian, I don't like how you're politicking against me. But that Mana Gorger Hydra is also very big, and I've made it big.
Yeah. And if you cast another spell on attack, it will get bigger.
Yes. Josh, it's going to have to be you with Narset, I'm afraid. So it is a 5/6 on attack.
Interesting.
There will be a trigger, and I will cast the Jesk as well.
I will have a trigger for my Mana Gorger Hydra.
So I will add 6 red mana.
I think I do have something to say about that.
Okay, so can I resolve the Jesk
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
first?
we can do it. We can do it with the Jesk as well, for sure. Yeah.
All right, so there's a prowess trigger 1st. I'll exile 3 cards.
Stormkill.
Oh, wow,
That's
there we go.
reasonably good, actually. Okay, so we'll move to blockers.
Okay, so I think we should maybe try and see this as a learning experience and use it as somewhere that we can work together in the future.
Okay.
That is starting to get heckin' scary.
I'm
Yeah,
going
wasn't
to
already.
attempt to Swords to Plowshares Narset.
Nice play.
Yeah,
Trigger?
that will happen.
No responses from me, so...
But realistically, I'm just giving you a weapon to use later, so I'm just going to
Yeah,
hope that it goes in the
I'm
right
happy to
space.
see that in your graveyard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Narset will be exiled. I'll put it in the command zone.
That graveyard though
You
is still...
gain, was that 6 life, I assume?
Yes, it would have been 6. Yes,
Oh,
correct.
Yeah.
Josh
Okay.
No, I'm looking pretty anemic over here now.
So I'll
Yeah.
move to my second main. I can't cast the Island or the Tygam Weege Time Master, so they will remain in exile. However, I can cast the Stormkill Artist. Do I want to, is the question.
What? Why on earth would you not want to cast the Stormkill
That
Artist?
is definitely begging to be caster.
I
I'm
don't know.
just teasing you guys, of course I'm casting the Stormkill Artist. So I'll go down to 2
Trigger?
points of red. Yep, trigger. And you're going to get another trigger as well, Christian, because I'm also going to cast the Monastery Swift Spear.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll let the other mana leave
God
my
love
mana
is
pool.
it, haven't
Hang
you?
on a second. That is the Monastery Swift Spirit art that Stefanos has been desperate for. It's just chilling in your deck. I had one I could have swapped out.
It's just going to mock. It's just sitting there mocking him.
And I'm going to pass the turn to Josh. Quite happy with that turn,
Exhales. Okay, so we only
You
went
can all
to
breathe,
25. Did we lose Gutter Snipe life from the Jesk as well?
actually. No, you didn't.
Oh no, so we actually all need
You
to
all take
lose.
2.
Yeah.
But I actually also should have put a counter on the spell dancer. So that
You have just saved us from the comments. Thank
No,
you,
that's
Josh.
okay. So, I'm going to cast Rograkh.
Yep.
It's going to come out for nothing. Let's go for a...
Oh, sorry, there was a trigger.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. There's about to be another one as well. Let's go for 5 for a Stonehewer Giant.
Trigger.
hate it.
Stonehewer Giant is a 4/4 with Vigilance that says 1 and a white to search my library for an equipment and put it onto the battlefield. Attach it to a creature you control, then shuffle your library.
So he just gets you all the nice things.
It does. We don't quite actually... I've played Rograkh now, and I'm not actually sure I can make best use of it. But we will see. What I would like to do is I'd like to tap the Crashing Drawbridge to give creatures I control haste until the end of the turn.
Yep.
Yeah, happens.
Cool. And that will give me the ability to activate Stonehewer Giant right away.
He's just so keen to get presents for you.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's going to be an Ember Cleave or something.
I'd like to do exactly that. I'd like to search my library for an equipment and put it onto the battlefield and shuffle again.
That's not scary.
That
No, not at all.
seems completely fair.
Okay, so the equipment that I have searched for is it's Galmaraz, the Great Shatterer,
Oh.
actually, which means it's a Loxodon Warhammer. So it's going to give a creature +3/+0 trample and lifelink.
Spot the
Which-
Warhammer fan.
Well, looking at my life total of 23, I feel like that's the one we got to go for.
Yeah.
So I would like to move to equip that to the Fervent Champion. Thankfully, it is equipped 3, so I can still make
3.
use of its
Yeah.
ability. I will have Eowyn give the Fervent Champion Vigilance.
Yep.
And this time, just because I don't want to draw the ire of the Hydra, the eye of the Hydra. I think I will send the Fervent Champion at you, Wally. Just give the most life.
All right, fair enough.
It
Well,
would
not
be.
fair enough, but yeah.
It would be 7.
Has it got trample or anything?
It does, yes, this time.
May as
So
well just.
It is a 7/4.
I think I'm just going to take the 7. I'll go down to 31, and you'll gain all that life.
That gets me up to 30, but not before I resolve the Sword of the Animist and the Sword of Forge and Frontier.
He's got a new lease of life on him now.
Yep. So I'll find a plains from the Sword of the Animist, and then from the Sword of Forge and Frontier, we will exile Lauren of the Third Path, and a Cursed Mirror.
Oh.
Neither of which I can unfortunately play, so they will just go into exile.
Cursed to exile.
That's a shame because we could have got rid of some of these the enchantments and things like that. Yeah.
Oof. So I'll just have to pass the turn
Doing
there.
their own thing.
Okay. Thank you very much. I will untap. I'll keep and draw.
Don't like the look of that Mana Gorger Hydra.
No.
I will play a Snow-Covered Forest as a trigger. I will proliferate.
He's hungry.
I'm going to pay 6 and 2 life for a Nissa Ascended Animist.
Hate it.
It comes in with 5 loyalty. I'm going to -1, and I think I might get rid of an artifact or enchantment.
The Soul Snare might be a good shout.
No, if I destroy the Soul Snare, are people going to attack Chris?
I think that the Soul Snare is
I
definitely
will.
keeping Chris's life high.
I'll attack
But
Chris.
to be honest, I think the Etchings is also like a very good card.
The Flyers do worry me.
Like 3/2 flyers on every artifact is it's so crazy.
Yeah, so I think we're going to go for the Etchings.
Yep, that's fine. Etchings will go.
Sure.
Yep.
With that, I passed the spell, so I get a +1/+1.
You do.
Yeah, I must remember my triggers. I'll pass a turn.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that Etchings, because it lets me sack creatures to protect my commander. So
Okay.
Yeah, that was a.
I think that for me,
Play a swamp.
your stuff isn't as scary because I currently have a big creature.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Something that we were saying literally was that the early window of opportunity for Voltron has kind of passed.
Yeah.
You know, we've got creatures kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
And Menace probably ain't going to cut it right now. When one of the creatures is a 15/15.
Yeah.
right. Okay, I think I need to change it up a notch. So I'm going to tap the Soul Ring,
Don't like the sound of this.
tap the planes. I'm going to play Invasion of Theros.
Okay.
Oh,
And
battle.
I am going to make you defend it.
Okay.
You've got reach,
I have
you?
no reach whatsoever.
Yeah,
So
here,
I
have an Invasion of Theros.
Sure.
And when that ETBs, I can search for an Aura God or Demigod card, reveal it, put it in his hand, and then shuffle.
Well, that seems pretty good.
Yep.
For 3 mana, that's well good.
Yeah. You've got a trigger.
I've got a trigger,
Yeah.
correct? So I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on my Mana Gorger Hydra.
Okay, I will reveal Dark Privilege. So, enchanted creature gets +1/+1. I can sacrifice a creature to regenerate enchanted creature.
That's pretty good.
That
an
is
awesome
quite
card.
good.
That goes into my hand. So,
The Mesa Enchantress is getting harder and harder to kill.
I will then tap the Talisman of Dominance for colorless. Tap this one for black. I will play Dark Privilege. I will
Trigger?
Yeah. I will enchant Alela with that.
Okay. So ward 1, and you can
Can be
sacrifice
regenerated,
to regenerate.
Yeah. So Alela's now got +2/+2. So she's now back to a 4/5. We will then go to combat. I get a fairy token, so I will put that in now. That's not can't attack. Did I draw a card? I didn't draw a card, did I? From
No, you didn't.
right. So I'll go to combat. So on the top, I'll send Alela at the battle, and then I'll send one fairy at you and another fairy at Josh.
The fairies are 3/1s, right?
They are actually 2/1s at the moment.
You're welcome, guys.
Right, I can't do anything, so I'll take 2 damage.
Alela's got 3 power or 4?
4 power.
So
that will take the battle out and
And I'll
transform
take 2
it.
as
would you
well.
like to cast it?
I would, yes.
Okay, well, when you cast it, I will put a +1/+1 counter on
Where's
Mana
that
Gorger
counter
Hydra.
spell I threw away before?
It's just an 18 trample.
I'm actually less worried about the Mana Gorger Hydra
Yeah,
now.
when it's Exile cast and form. So I bring in Ifara, Ever Sheltering, has lifelink and indestructible as long as I control these 3 other enchantments, which I do.
I think you might, yeah.
But when another enchantment ETB is under my control, draw a card. I draw a card off Mesa Enchantress. That means I get a second fairy off Alela. So because I've only got 3 tokens, I'm going to put a dice on that
Sure.
to represent the second fairy
Sure,
coming
sure.
in. I drew a card off Mesa Enchantress already. And I will go to my end step, and I will discard down to hand size and pass the turn.
All right, thank you, Chris. So I will untap, draw this card. It's a land, thank goodness.
Oh, that's what you needed. Yeah.
Play that planes. I'm going to tap for 3
Big relief.
for a Monastery Mentor.
Trigger. That's also very scary.
Solid card.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to tap for 3. I'm going to flashback Faithless Losing. Feels bad. Paying to cast a card from Exile, so I'm going to go to Exile.
When you cast that,
Yeah, trigger that. So there'll be a good snipe trigger. Everyone takes 2 damage.
Yep.
And Mercurial Spelldancer will go up to 2 counters. So it's online. And also there'll be a Monastery Mentor trigger and a Stormkill Artist trigger. So there's a treasure. and a monk token with prowess. The treasure made by the lovely Ellie of Electric Elf Designs will bring something up on screen. So I will draw 2 and discard 2. I will discard a Seeker of the Way and a Third Path Iconoclast.
Both
Combat.
incredible cards.
Yeah, so-
I'm glad to see them go.
So don't be scared at all of what's in my hand.
That makes me wonder what he's got in his hand now if he's discarding
they're
those.
crazy good.
Right, so there's great combat, but this guy can't actually be blocked.
That's true.
So, who's on the highest life total?
Me.
Chris, but you have the Soul Snare and it's online. Josh, I'm just going to poke you for 2.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything about that.
I think
so
it's
it looks
4,
like
isn't it?
No, they're royal counters.
Yeah. So I'll go 220.
Now, I may remove the royal counters from it to copy my next instant or sorts, but I'm going to decline that.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Gotcha. Cool. So I will untap.
On top, way too many lands for a Boris deck.
Way too many lands. I'm just like, wow, do I have that many lands? Cool.
Why can't I hold
will
all these lands?
Draw for turn. That is a card. Right.
They're all cards, Josh.
They are all cards. That's the thing about Magic the Gathering. They're all cards.
When is a card not a card?
When is a magic card?
Philosophy.
Let's just have this philosophical discussion now.
I am going to pay 1 and a red. I'm going to activate the Stonehewer Giant again. So I'm going to search my library for an equipment card, and I'm going to put it onto the battlefield.
Okay.
I think the card I'm going to search for is the Sword of Hearth and Home,
Okay.
which would give a creature +2/+2 and protection from green and from white. Notably colours at the table. In addition, it allows me to exile up to 1 target creature I control, and search my library for a land card and put both back onto the battlefield.
More
and then shuffle.
ramp.
More ramp, actually, yeah. More ramp, but the protection is very, very
And you equip
relevant.
it for free.
His hunger is
Do equip it for
insatiable.
free. But I'm not going to equip it for free the usual way this time. I think I'm actually going to cast my other commander, Ardenn.
Oh, on cast?
Daddy's home.
I'll have a +1/+1 counter.
So
This is very scary though.
So your mana guard tried it as a 21/21 rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not the scary thing at the table.
No, I know it's not.
Dude,
Somehow it's not.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
So I am going to move to combat, and Ardenn's ability will trigger, and I am going to attach all of the equipment to Rograkh.
Oh, look at Daddy looking after his kids like that.
Like I said, he gives them all the stuff, spoils him. So just for the record, that's a Sword of Hearth and Home, giving +2/+2 and pro green white. A Sword of Fortitude and Frontier, giving +2/+2 and pro red green.
Yep.
A Sword of the Animist, giving +1/+1 and ramping. A Loxodon Warhammer, giving +3/+0 and trample. And a Colossus Hammer, giving +10/+10. It's the elephant in the room.
He doesn't have flying anymore though.
Got him on the ropes, everyone.
Is somebody just dead?
Makes Rograkh an 1816.
Come back, Wilson.
So
Great year, 1816. Great year.
I can't believe, Wally, that you're nearly dead from this.
1816 vintage coming
So
your way.
I think I am actually going to, because it's the first time I can attack through the Soul Snare, I'm going to attack through the Soul Snare.
Right. Any trample or menace on there?
Menace and
Both.
Trample. Oh, and Eowyn will give Vigilance as well for her ability.
Okay.
It's pro.
Pro white, green, red. Yeah, that's
You
it.
just have to take it, I think.
Yeah, I might.
But the best thing about this is you don't take it when it gets even bigger and it's lethal. You just take a little
Yeah,
bit now.
you're probably the lucky one, actually.
So I'd like to move, and I would like to put, what I say 17 or 18.
So 17 commander
18.
damage coming my
Yeah,
way.
18, that was it. Yeah.
18 commander damage coming
18
my way.
commander damage.
Right, yeah, the Soul Snare gets around. You get around the Soul Snare, nice. And Alela is tapped, so and she's white anyway. I think what I will do.
And soak with some fairies, yeah.
Yep. I will jump up with the 2 fairies I got.
Yep.
So I'll tank 2 of the damage.
Yep.
They'll go, and I will take 16 commander damage.
Yes.
Yikes.
So that puts me from 30 to 14.
And the thing is, Josh, now that you've got Chris on this much command damage, you might as well just finish the job next turn, right?
Well, we do have a couple of triggers to go first. So
We sure
we've
do.
got the Sword of the Animist. Really getting some use out of that.
It's getting some mileage, isn't it?
I take it as a badge of honor when I get all the hate.
I will
directed at my
also
way.
get the land from Sword of Hearth and Home as well while I'm
The meme is to kill me first every game.
Joe, I will actually get a planes instead.
I think we might be in a politicking stage, actually,
I think
Josh.
so, actually.
Yeah.
And I think it might be. If you kill the other 2 first, and I'm the last one you kill, then I will leave your equipment alone with Nissa. But otherwise, if I'm not the last person, I think that I have to start shooting down at least.
So what you're
something.
saying is, if you don't attack me, I won't mess with your stuff.
Well, no, specifically kill me last.
I actually think that, in terms of interaction, I am more scared of that side of the table.
I think we might have to direct our resources a bit.
Well, we can't hit Rograkh, it's got Pro White.
For the other abilities, so the Sword of Hearth and Home, I'll just blink this so it's able to block.
Yeah.
And I grabbed a Plains from that as well. I will then exile the top 2 cards from the Sword of Forge and Frontier, and I can play an additional land this turn. So we get Ren's Resolve and a Touch the Spirit Realm.
Ooh.
That's not a bad card,
That is
actually.
quite
That gets
good.
rid of up to 1 target artifact or creature until it leaves the battlefield.
Misa Enchantress is a creature.
Mr. Enchantress is a creature.
So this has got indestructible. This
Yeah,
is
indestructible.
indestructible. So I think that is better for that than the Misa Enchantress. That's giving me the same effect, but Misa Enchantress is easy to get rid of. But then also Wally's got loads of stuff as well. The
Yeah.
Monastery Mentor is really scary.
And that could potentially, or even
So,
Stormcloak
I think I'm
Artist or
going
Gutter
to.
Snipe
I
as
think
well.
what I might do is I might propose the same deal back to you, Christian, and instead of me trying to kill you last, how about you try to kill me last, and your Mana Gorger Hydra won't go to the Spirit Realm.
Should we target these two? Okay, right. Well, let's
hate
work
this.
together against these
I
two.
hate this.
Yeah, that's fine. The Managorger Hydra
Some friends these
won't be coming
invite
at
you
you
on and
until
get
we're in
betrayed.
until we're in winning distance of the game.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's use the Touch the Spirit Realm.
Trigger.
I'd like to exile the Afara.
Exile that one target artifact or creature until it leaves the battlefield.
This will
Yeah,
just
that's
go
fine.
to exile as
Sure.
I cannot afford to cast
So
it.
this is just exiled underneath Touch the Spirit Realm now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That then will be my turn.
Cool. I'll untap, peep, and draw. I can take you out the game, Chris.
Can you?
It
that's
depends what
It's a
you
big,
have.
bold claim, that, isn't it?
Oh, I've not kept my eyes
But
down.
I think I have spied that you have some open mana here. Notably,
Yes.
at least 2 of it is blue.
2 of it is blue.
So,
And I've
would
got
you like to survive a turn?
I would love to survive it.
Because I would like a fun spell to resolve.
Right.
And
So what, are you offering me a deal here?
I'm going to say I won't kill you this turn.
this turn?
Okay, if you don't counter my next spell.
Okay. I assume that you can knock someone else out instead then?
I am good. No, I can't knock someone else out.
Right.
But I just really
But fun spells are fun spells.
fun spells are fun spells.
Do I trust him on that when he's just been colluding with Josh? That's the thing.
Fine then. I will pay for.
Let's see what you play first, and then I'll make a decision.
Oh, I can't do it then. Unfortunately, then if there's no deal.
Oh,
then,
I never said there was no deal.
Oh yeah, but you. Okay.
Just play the spell.
Play the spell.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm gonna tap for 6,
No Edmonds over
and
here.
I'm gonna play Vorinclex, Monstrous Raider.
Oh.
Trigger. Managorger Hydra. So
Hate it.
if you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice as many on each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead.
Do we like this
If
sticking
an opponent
around?
would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, they put half that many of each of those kinds.
Is
you know
that the
what?
one that messes with people's lands?
No.
No.
I'm okay with it in that case.
I am actually also okay with it.
I basically want to make my Managorger Hydra bigger.
So,
2 counters each
I
time.
let that resolve, and you don't kill me this turn.
That's correct. Yeah.
I will take that deal.
Yeah. Perfect.
Easier to
I haven't
take a
got
deal
any,
when
I haven't
you're
got
alive.
any good attacks with it anyway, really.
Yeah.
He is a hasty boy.
He
Yeah,
is
hasty, tasty boy.
indeed a hasty boy. So I'll uptick Nissa to 6, and I will create a 6/6 Phyrexian Horror.
The horror. The horror.
The only thing that's horrible about that is the drawing.
In response to that, I'm going to go to combat.
I mean, no, it's lovely.
and Wally, I'm going to swing at you with a 24/24 trample.
Welcome to Art Attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could go down to 4 life, and that would mean I was dead to Chris next turn. But Chris, we're friends, aren't we?
We're friends. You're not my
Okay.
problem at the moment. I
We
think.
can't
so-
all be friends.
So I'm definitely going to get at least one more turn then. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
I think I am still going to just. It's got trample, right?
Yes, correct.
So I'll tank 3 of it with the beast that Josh so kindly gave me, and I will then take 21 damage, right? So I'll go down to 7.
Now, all you've done is send creatures at me which have logs. You've been very nice to me.
I've been very kind.
You
yeah.
have been, yes.
And that's actually enough for me. I'm going to pass it in.
Okay.
The thing is, you can't even remove the Hydra because those counters just go straight on the Ozolith.
Oh,
Up here for thinking,
hint,
down here
hint.
for dancing.
right. Okay. So I will play a planes for my land drop. Then, right. I think what I have to do, I'm going to tap the Soul Ring for 2 colorless and this plains. I'm going to play Heraldric Banner. I'm going to choose blue. So creatures I control with blue get +1/0, and I can add 1 blue mana of any color.
Nice. It puts the fairies back up to 3 power.
Yeah.
Very decent.
That's the plan.
clever.
And
Speaking of, you make one?
I do, yes, because it's an artifact. So that'll be the fairies that just come in this turn.
Okay.
So
Did you play a spell, by the way?
I played Heraldric Banner, so yes, that was one spell.
Trigger on your Heraldic Banner. I will put 2+1/+1 counters on my mana gods for Hydra.
That Vorinclex, maybe we should have counted the Vorinclex. Anyway.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Well, the deal was that if he doesn't counter it, I don't kill him.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not really. My negotiation is slightly more precarious now.
Well, look at Wally. He's on 7. You're going to kill him this turn.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Yeah, he's been nice to me actually.
Actually, you guys probably do need to work together.
Yeah, 'cause the Nisserl can come with a 1 land drop as well, and everything would then get +8/+8. And it's going bonkers.
Right. So next thing to do, I'm going to tap this swamp and play Dockside Chef. Trigger. Yeah. I also get a card draw and a fairy off that. Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to need a bigger dice. Should have bought the D100.
Gonna have to move over to the scientific calculator soon.
You're going to have to drop a freaking golf ball on this.
Have to express power toughness in standard form. Science joke.
Science.
Right. So let's go to combat now. I think that Nissa needs to be brought in line a bit more. She's.
Oh, you've got flyers, yes.
I have, yes.
Yeah, you got 3
The
power
Nissa
flyers.
could be a problem. I mean, I think I'm dead whatever happens, so...
Yeah, I think I can. I might have to stop the Nissa. I can stop this from ulting at least. I don't know if I want to send anything at Josh just to keep his life settled down.
If you kill it, I'll be sad. If you stop it from ulting, I think that's sensible.
I think everything you're saying makes sense.
Yeah, I think we need to at least keep the Nissa under control. So we'll go to combat. Nissa's on 6 loyalty at the moment, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yep.
So I'll send 1 fairy straight to the Nissa.
Yeah.
I'll send the other fairy at you.
Yeah.
And I'll send Alela at you, Josh.
Yeah, sure. I don't want to take out the Nissa just completely.
Well, he's got a vested interest in that because he doesn't want me to later in the game be able to get rid of some of the.
I think keeping it off the ultimate's the main thing with the Nissa.
But we've got a deal, so.
I'll stick with what I've got.
Sure.
So Nissa will take.
Sounds good.
Priority
I'll
to you.
take 3.
Nissa will take 3.
You take 3 directly, and this takes 3. Josh, you are taking.
Oh, I'm getting attacked by Alela, aren't I?
Yeah, so you're taking 4 lifelink.
Okay, so I'll take 1 more and I'll pop that up to 11 commander damage taken.
Yeah.
And you gain the life.
I gain 4 life, yes.
Oh, that's why I was attacking you, I remember, because you're gaining life.
Yeah, repaying kind, as they
It's
say.
not a problem. I can have an unblockable mana Gorda Hydra at him.
Scary.
It's the Soul Snare that worries me, but if the Nissa stays alive, I might be able to get rid of the Soul Snare. So.
So I'm going to finish my turn now and pass to you.
Thank you.
Hold up. So, EDH Rec will never let me live this down.
What have you done?
But
What's happened?
I don't think I actually gained my life the last time I hit Rev for 18.
Just a little bit of life gain.
Which is 18, so I think I need to go up to 38.
Do we let him?
I think we do.
I think we do. We're going to tell you what we're going to do. We'll give you a takesy-backsy counter, and you can wear it with pride. And yeah, if you are at EDH Rec,
Please forgive him.
No.
Get me on a training course ASAP.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll give you 18 life then.
Put that in your Twitter bio now.
As it's your first time on the show, Josh, we wouldn't let Bailey get away with that.
Oh yeah.
Performance anxiety.
Yeah.
All right, so is this my turn, yeah?
Yeah, your
Over
turn.
to you, my friend.
Right, I think this is my last turn, to be perfectly honest. Right, so we'll draw a card. That would have been good a few turns ago. Where were you, Jeskai Elder, a few turns ago when I needed you? Right, let's see if there's anything better underneath. So we'll crack the Mind Stone to draw a card.
Yep.
Is it Boiler Works? Why?
Something's boiling over and it's definitely not the deck.
Why does my deck hate me so much? So we'll play an island anyway. Tap 2. I'm going to play a Jeskai Elder. Christine, you may have your trigger.
I will have 2 counters.
I'll tap. Yeah. 4. The Kaikar Wins Fury.
Oh, it's a good card.
Which is famously quite a good card.
Hey, you stole my idea. I'm the only one with flyers on this table.
I'm so dead. I can't even do anything else. Yeah, Josh, over to you, mate.
All right, wow, okay. So I will untap the vast swathes of land
He's got huge tracts of land.
We control over here. Okay, and then I will draw for turn. I think we are going to kick off with activating the Stone Hewer Giant again.
Sure. Now, we've seen this song and dance before.
Oh yeah, I wonder what he's going to find now.
Josh, if you can kill Christian this turn, which I think he possibly
got a
might
deal.
Yeah, but I mean, deals can be gone back
Deals
on.
are made to be broken.
Oh, I don't know about that. Missing out on a big trigger and going back on a deal.
That feels like another takesy-backsy, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I'm not sure my
Takesy-backsy
reputation can
counters
live up to that, yeah.
I'm basically Christy, do you fancy not killing me next turn? Please. Look at the Jeskai. She's a cute old lady. Cute old lady.
So, the card I got with the Stone Hewer Giant is a Hexplate Wallbreaker. This artifact has 4 Mirrodin, and when it enters, it comes in with a 2/2 Rebel.
It's a grumpy rebel.
He's very mad. His plane is being invaded by Phyrexia. Ruins your morning. The
even had his
equipped
morning
creature
coffee,
gets
has he?
+2/+2, and when the equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap the attacking creature.
Right.
After this phase, there is an additional combat phase.
Right.
So it's getting late.
Oh, we're in
Chris,
the
I
ending.
think you and me are just dead, right?
We'll have to see
With this
where is he.
horrible deal.
Where is he sending this?
Why don't we just take us out one at a time?
So I
where's
would
he going
like to
through?
then move to combat.
Are you sure?
I think I would like to move to combat. But I am actually someone who, while they do get takesy-backsies, they do respect their deals.
Oh.
So I'm going to
I'm
have
like, oh, you guys are like, oh.
so
IP me.
move to combat. Ardenn will have the Hexplate Wallbreaker attached to Rograkh.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Eowyn is going to give Rograkh Vigilance and
my
First
goodness.
Strike, which it already has, and I'm going to swing Rograkh at you, Rev.
So I-
2018.
If I don't play anything now, I am dead. I have to respond, I think.
Makes sense.
So Rograkh's prop white at the moment from the Sword of Hearth and Home.
Prop white, yes.
Right. So I'm going to pay what? Tap Talisman Dominance for black. I'm going to tap Dromar's Cavern for white, and I will then tap the islands just to fill the last cost. I need to Anguished Unnaken the Sword of Hearth and Home.
Ooh,
Oh, that's...
Trigger.
Yeah, trigger.
Yum, 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 yum.
that is
a good move.
that is very sneaky. The Sword of Hearth and Home.
Yes.
I think that is going to resolve.
Right.
That's the thing that gives it protection, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So
So I
that will
lose-
make it an 18, and it will also notably loses Pro Green.
Yeah.
I think you did something else is giving it pro
You've
green.
got
though,
Pro
so-
Green from
Oh,
the
sorry, no, it doesn't.
Fortune
Yes.
Frontier.
Aha,
Wishful
redundancy.
Right. I go down to 14. Now I'm going to hold priority
Yep.
because that's still coming at me.
Still is.
Now it hasn't got Pro White. I'm going to tap the planes and Soul Snare your Rograkh.
Oh, yes.
The Soul Snare. God, it's been there since so early in the game, and I'm finally getting done by it.
Finally, the payoff.
Well,
Okay.
he's just glad that you didn't do him first. Yeah,
That's what I absolutely should have done.
Yeah.
Cool. So in that case, Rograkh gets exiled,
Soul Snare goes to the bin.
goes to the command zone.
I think that just gives Christian the win, right?
No. I can't, because I can't take out multiple players.
That's true.
So
yeah, true.
we are going then to my second combat.
Yeah.
Ardenn will trigger again, and I will move all of the equipment over to the Fervent Champion.
Yeah. If
Right,
I'm going,
standard so much.
if I'm going down, I am not going down lightly.
That's okay.
I think you might still be going down there.
I think you are maybe still going down, but we'll see. Eowyn will give this Vigilance. So yeah, that Fervent Champion is going to be swinging at you, Rev.
fine.
There's going to be a couple of attack triggers, notably the Sword of the Animist, which I will grab both the lands from this attack
And the previous attack.
the previous
makes sense.
attack.
And how big is the champion at the moment?
This time it is it'll be one less than Rograkh.
Okay, so it'll be 17 power.
Yeah. So
Oh no,
it'll be
19 power.
17.
19 power.
Oh, yes, of course.
But it can be blocked, right?
It can be blocked, yeah.
Okay.
Has
It
trample, right?
does still have trample from the
Oh, I
Warhammer.
don't think you can do it.
It's 17 power, right? Or 19
19
power?
power.
19.
3, 4. I might be able to get away with it.
You have 6 toughness on the board.
I have 6 toughness on the board.
So it'll take you to 1.
Yes, right.
Hey!
So yeah, we'll go to blocks then, if that's all right. Yeah, so I will throw the Misa Enchantress, the Dockside Chef, and these 2 fairies under it to tank 6 damage.
Oh, amazing.
So you can
So
put
that
to
takes you to 1.
It takes me to 1.
Shout out to Matt Derbyshire. He's watching. He knows that he loves it
Right.
when he goes to one line.
Yeah, I
So all your
could.
stuff dies.
I could do a Dockside Chef trigger, but I won't. I want to
Okay.
keep some mana up. So yeah, I will lose the Mace Enchantress, the Dockside Chef, and these 2 fairies.
I will resolve the Sword of Forge and Frontier, which exiles a Glimmer Lens and a Mandate of Peace.
Yep.
Neither of which are great for me right now. So I'm going to tap 5 mana, and just like we mentioned earlier in this game, I am going to overload a Vandal Blast.
Hate it.
Now I don't like that. That will get rid of that Oozalith as well. That's the thing.
That will get rid of a lot of
I
stuff.
can tell you now, I could poke you with a 2/2 and you'd die. So I really wouldn't be worried about my Ozolith.
Yeah, don't
the
poke
the
with that.
Ozolith is the only thing that could potentially get me to beat Josh.
Chris, we're going to be dead before the Ozolith's problem. Don't worry,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to be dead, man.
So do we want to let that resolve then? Will
I have a response, but I can't stop it from happening.
I think you want to respond only to things that kill you at this point.
I can. Okay, I'll make a deal with you.
Go on then.
Right?
Ooh.
No, actually,
I think you're just
No,
dead,
go on.
Chris.
I think
you're just dead, Chris.
if you stop that from happening,
Yeah.
That's a big
I will
ass.
kill Wally.
Yeah.
Not no,
Hey, there's nothing
because of my deal with Josh, I have to kill you both
There's
first.
nothing you can offer. Because
There's
we're
also
just-
one gutter snipe away from being dead anyway.
Yeah, okay. If you want to counter it, you counter it. It's up to you.
So if I counter that, you'll get a gutter snipe trigger.
Well,
won't
no,
you?
No, it's
I'm
only
just
when
saying.
I cast.
I was just reminding you, you're one gutter snipe trigger away
Yeah.
from being dead anyway.
That's true.
it won't be good to snipe.
Do you want to
kill
leave a lasting mark on the game?
What? Respond now? Ooh. Or do I want to hold up just in case? I will hold up.
Okay.
I will let that resolve.
Okay, so I have a trigger anyway.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want Ellie's lovely treasures to die to a Vandal Blast, so I'm just going to float a black,
Oh, yeah.
and then,
Okay,
And
so
then
I
Vandal
lose,
Blast
I
resolves.
lose the Ozolith.
Big boom.
Oh,
I
so
lose-
sad. I will lose a Talisman of Conviction and an Is It Signet? Not that it matters, because I'm going to be dead anyway.
And I will choose not to cast these spells.
Stay in
and
exile,
have them
yeah.
go into exile from the Sword of Forge and Frontier. I'll pass the turn to you there.
Okay, I'm gonna untap, upkeep, and draw.
That needs to be a hell of a top deck, Christian.
Ho 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 ho. It is some top deck, let me tell you.
What top deck would save Christian?
Yeah.
I will play a land and I will proliferate. So Nissa goes to 5.
Impactful play that.
This goes to 16. I'm going to downtick Nissa to get rid of the thing that's giving it pro green.
So that would be the Sword of Forge and Frontier.
Yes.
For the people who are better players than me.
No problem. I do have something to say about that.
Sure.
And so in response to Nissa's ability,
Yeah.
I will pay 3 and I will cast Teferi's Protection.
Yep.
Oh,
That's gonna, that'll do it.
That will do it.
And now...
Oh, trigger? Okay.
And I'll disappear.
Yeah, you're going to nope out.
Where did he go? Why are those cards moving?
Floating cards. That's,
Well, we did say you
that's
kill
such a
those
good-
guys
such a good
first,
play.
but I'm not here. so-
I did say we'd kill those guys first.
If I had
but I can still kill them first,
See, the problem is
but not this turn.
even if I had countered that even if I countered that Vandal Blast, it wouldn't have stopped you from phasing out. So yeah, that would have
I'm
been,
gonna
that would have been the same.
tap 6, and I'm gonna cast Raised by Giants.
We have Colossus Hammer at home.
Natural. It's all natural.
And
power.
I actually need you guys alive, so I'm gonna pass. Oh, I get a trigger from this.
Oh. Oh, now he needs us alive.
Yeah. Wasn't all about keeping us alive before, was he?
No.
I wish I cast my commander
Still
out.
killing you when I phase in.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're still super dead.
He's giving himself an extra turn to do it.
Maybe there's some working together.
Yeah.
Not after you put me to 7.
I feel like I'm in a position where I'm happy to do deals if it keeps me going. I'll play a panorama from my land drop at least.
Right on time.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel better now. Tap out 5 mana. I'll play Dance of the Manse.
Trigger?
Yep, so your mana go to Hydra.
Running out of dice over there, Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently,
We got him on the
43.
we got him on the ropes, he's running
Yeah.
out of dice. So yeah, X is free. I can bring back target artifacts and non-aura enchantments. So I'm going to bring back Dockside Chef, the Soul Snare, and the Soul Ring.
Okay.
And I send Alela at you. That is 4 life. That's 4 lifelink damage.
So I
Get up to 5. I draw a card off one of the enchantments. Oh, that's really useful. And I think from there, I just need to pass the turn, I think.
I was not expecting to untap. If I'd known I was going to untap, I'd have cast my commander.
Yeah.
Draw a card for turn anyway. That's really not a great draw. You're going to be glad to know that you're not going to die because of side damage. Unless, Christian, you allow me to hit you with the Jeskai Elder, so I can loot.
What is it, a 1-2?
Yeah, just 1 damage.
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I will poke you for 1, Christian.
I will take 1.
I will draw and discard. It's a land. I'll discard the Boiler Works that I got last turn.
Just poor deck building that, Wally.
It is poor deck building, you're right. Play this island.
You're nothing with flashback.
Nothing with flashback. Okay, I'm going to tap for 6
Oh, big.
to bring Narset back out
He needs blockers.
as a blocker.
Yeah.
Trigger?
Yeah, trigger. And that is literally it. So Josh, you're going to come back to the table
Cool, right.
and kill me, I suspect. Pass the turn.
All right, I'm going to draw
Oh God, where
the
did you
turn.
come from?
Okay. It's on tap.
Our deals have made this game so
I was going to say, yeah, that last turn rotation of the table,
Yeah.
I could not have called.
Tom's watching at home like, yes, yes.
Fight
To
by
be honest.
pretty.
Yeah. And if anyone's in the comments is saying, well, hang on, you said you'd leave Josh's equipment alone until you dealt with the other 2. My plan was to do that all on 1 turn.
Okay, I am going to activate the Stonehewer Giant. Go and get an equipment. This time it is going to be the Sword of Fire and Ice.
Prop blue, prop red.
Yes. Now,
I'm okay.
you're okay.
Yeah, I hope.
I'm going to play 2 for Rayav, Master Smith. Whenever a creature I control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, it gains double strike until the end of the turn.
There it is.
Ridiculous.
There we go.
Trigger.
Yep.
And you've still got 2 combat steps, if I remember right.
So it's like quadruple strike now.
So I'm going to pay 2 white to cast Rograkh.
Trigger.
So I'm going to move to combat. Ardenn is going to attach the Sword of Fire and Ice to the Fervent Champion.
Yeah.
Eowyn is going to give the Fervent Champion Vigilance. And I'm going to attack Wally.
Yeah.
So
That's literally
that is
nothing I
going
can
to
do.
be a 21-21 with double strike.
Now, I'm no mathematician, but I think 21 is more than 7, right?
You did.
It might be a multiple.
I can't even block, can I? It's got pro from everything.
No, it hasn't got pro white.
It hasn't got pro white, but it's got trample, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Does have trample.
I'm going to save you the maths. You're dead.
Math is
Well, you know what? I'm going to chump it with. I'm going to throw these guys in front of it to send a message, and I'm going to die. I'm going to die horribly.
goes
So
big,
you
goes
gain
often.
44 life. Sorry, 42 life.
No, I'm dead to first
The
strike
ultimate
damage, so the
answer.
second one won't happen.
Oh.
So 57 plus 42 is 90,
So it's
99.
It was 21.
21,
because
so I
he died
died
the
first,
first
so I
one.
died first, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm dead. I will scoop up my stuff.
Nicely done design
Yeah.
to the first strike damage, but that's
Yeah,
very,
well
very
done,
clever.
Josh.
I will then have some triggers. So first of all, I'll have the Sword of Forge and Frontier, and I will reveal Sting, a Glinting Dagger,
Nice.
Armory Automaton. I will have the Sword of Fire and Ice. I will draw a card, and I will deal 2 damage to Rev.
Down to 3.
And then I will go to my. I'll put these over here because they're not actually out yet. Then I will go to my second combat step. So I'll untap the Fervent Champion. Well,
We've had vigilance, didn't it?
yeah, had vigilance, so never mind. And this is where the deal makes things a little bit complicated.
Yeah.
Cool, so we're going to move to my second combat. Ardenn is going to shuffle the equipment around, so Rograkh has the Sword of Forge and Frontier, Sword of the Animus, the Sword of Fire and Ice, and the Colossus Hammer, and Fervent Champion has the Hexbreak Wallbreaker, the Loxodon Warhammer.
Can I just ask about the Ardenn here?
Yes.
It may equip to target permanent, so I don't. So you're just re-equipping some.
I'm just re-equipping
Oh, okay, cool.
some of the ones
that's
on
my
here to
misunderstanding.
Rograkh.
Yeah.
That's okay. I will also need to tap to give Rograkh haste because it's just been cast this turn. So what I will then have to do is I'll have to send them both at Rev, just because you can only attack one. They will both gain double strike from Rayav.
Right. How big are the things coming at me?
So what you've got coming at you is you have a 6-3. You've got a 6-3 trample life gain. double strike.
Yeah, 6.
And then you have a substantially bigger, well, God, they're all just big, aren't they? Like a 4, a 5, a 15. Like,
Right.
but
Okay.
at this point, you would die to either.
So I'll try and go down swinging to the best of my ability.
Okay.
So I'll tap the Dromar's Cavern and Soul Snare to exile your bigger creature.
Yes.
And then, so that will go. I will try to chat block the smaller one. I can block 4 of the damage, but you've got double strike. I don't think that will be enough to keep me alive.
No,
so I
no.
can block that, and then I die to 3 damage. I die.
You die to the overspill twice.
Yeah, I think I don't even kill that because the double strike hits first, doesn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my creatures go down. And I go.
And Rograkh is
And
dead,
Rograkh is exiled.
Yeah, well played,
And
Josh.
how much life did you gain?
Nice.
I will gain 12 that time.
I've given you as much of a chance as I can.
Well, yeah, Chris, you've
appreciate it.
got to win it now.
Yeah, so then I have some stuff to do. I will play a SRAM Senior Edificer.
Right on time.
And
Trigger.
Oh, yay! Wally remembering a trigger.
Yay.
Whatever next.
and then I will play for another blocker, a Bitterthorn. This is Animus.
Trigger.
So that will give me a 1/1 germ that if I didn't need enough ramp, I definitely have it now. So I will attach a germ to that. I'll draw a card from SRAM. Cool. I will play a Plains as land for turn, and before I end my turn, I will move as much equipment as I can over to the Fervent Champion, and the Sting and the Armory Automaton will go into exile.
So that has pro green now, right?
So it has
Could
pro
be
green.
important.
Sure. I go? Untap. I will draw. Ooh. I'm gonna down tick Nissa to get rid of the pro green thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Nice one.
Then I'm going
No fairy
to
protection this time.
tap for 4,
Yep.
and I'm going to cast Green Sun Zenith.
Nice. That is a card.
Trigger. I'm X equals 3, and I'm going to find a Reclamation Sage enters the battlefield. I will choose to destroy the Hex.
The Hexblade Wallbreaker.
the thing that's
Yeah,
giving
makes
you,
sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
and I'll pass a turn.
Okay. Heck. Well, we're going to first start off by untapping all of this land in Boros.
It's impressive, really.
It is. And then I will draw a card for turn.
You got anything to get stuff back from the graveyard?
I'll play this Battlefield Forge. I'm not so sure. I think what we're going to do is what we've been doing all game, and we're going to have the Stone Hewer Giant go and look
Yep.
for something.
To the surprise of nobody.
If you can give it anything but just flying,
We've got some stuff.
you must have a Maul of the Skyclades in there, surely.
What I do have in here is a Sword of Feast and Famine.
Oh,
Which is +2/+2.
Oh, protection from green.
That's the worst version of it.
He's
The
eating
OG.
well tonight.
So I am going to.
If I'd have known how many swords there are, I maybe wouldn't have picked a monocolored deck. I literally I've killed 3 pieces of enchant 3.
So I'm going to move to combat,
Sure.
and I'm going to attach everything to Ardenn.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Getting some mileage out of the commanders.
Getting some mileage out of the commanders.
I might just be dead
I
here.
think
So
he's
that
dead,
gives
Chris, yeah.
Ardenn,
Well,
makes him a 12, 14, 17, 14, an 18, 15, makes him a 20, 17.
And it's got protection from
And
green.
it's got protection from green.
You might as well just swing it, mate.
So I'm going to swing Ardenn at yourself, and just for a nice explosive finish,
love it.
There we go.
we'll top it off with an Achroma's Will to give him flying, vigilance, double strike, lifelink, indestructible, protection
good
from all
game.
colours.
Good game. Well done, Josh.
Good game,
Well
Josh.
done. Debut win, Josh, on the show. Well done.
Good game, everybody.
Well, fantastic. Well done, Josh. We're the real winners, though, because you had an embarrassing tasty backseat. So we've all won something.
You claim the moral victory.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to come back now and try to get a real win.
Oh, yeah. I was just having a look at what's on top. There were things that could have done it, because off the top, because I had Rogue's Passage. So if I'd have been able to put one counter, because of Vorinclex, like the one that gives +1/+1 with the 1 mana. So there was a potential top deck, but no, well done, Josh.
Yeah,
well played.
That was. I mean, that was a battle. That was
So
bloody.
close.
I had no idea
Yeah.
if I could have been a bit more aggressive early on, but it's hard to
It
know.
was a tough game, tough
Yeah,
field
it
out
was a
there,
tough
wasn't
game.
it?
So did you guys enjoy yourselves?
Really did.
Yeah,
Thank you
such
very
a
much
fun
for having us
game.
on.
Had a great
Yeah, thank
time,
you for
yeah.
coming on,
It
guys.
was a
Yeah.
great time. Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, we loved having you. We'll have you back soon. And yeah,
Before we go, we need to understand what you guys' socials are again.
Oh,
Just,
yes,
plug
yeah,
yourselves
yeah.
for the crowds.
Of course, yeah. So you can find me at Prince of Biltan on Twitter. You can find my articles on EDHrec, where I promise I know how to play Commander.
Well, you've just won, to be fair, so.
And you can find me, my personal Twitter is Revelo1989. You can also find me on the Twitter at WarRoomEDH, and we're also on Twitch as WarRoomEDH as well.
And we'll have all that up here on screen.
fantastic, and be in the description below. But listen, thanks very much for coming on, guys.
Cheers, guys.
We'll be right back for the post-game wrap. Don't go anywhere. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
See ya.
Oh,
Once again, the guests get revenge on us.
I
It's not even
know.
revenge this time, but yeah.
the guests win. You know what? We maybe we should start working together a little bit more. I couldn't let your Archmage Emeritus
You could have
stay.
at least let me have the one combat trigger. Come on,
no,
just the one.
no. You'd
And it
already drawn a card off
And
it,
it would have been really important if you let me have that one, because when I died, the card on top of my library was Frantic Search.
No.
And that's a proper Kickstarter to how that deck works. Fills the graveyard and taps lands, does all that stuff. You should have just let me draw that card.
Well, I think you're basically telling me I shouldn't have let you do that.
I mean, once again, we got absolutely battered by Boros Voltron.
Oh, Boros Voltron. I'll tell you what, it would
Voltron.
never have happened if I was playing Azorius. Never.
Yeah, but we don't like you doing that. so-
No, that's true. I have to say, Mono Green's really interesting. It was great, and I was so close. I could swung to like put them on 20 commander damage, but I just couldn't get that one.
That last
I had the
bit, yeah.
Rogue's Passage out, and I was hoping to talk deck something, but there was just so much protection from Green. How am I meant to deal with that?
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 different ways of doing it, wasn't it? I think being able to tutor your library like that, obviously tutoring is very
Yeah.
powerful. Who knew?
Who knew that tutoring's really powerful? I think most of us tutored it for something anyway.
Yeah, certainly did.
Well, let us know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. We'll drop a link to the description of the guests' different websites, different places you can find them, and also their deck lists as well. And one more thing before you go, we do have a competition.
We sure do. So we've got a box of Dominaria Remastered draft boosters, and it's going to go to one lucky person somewhere in the world. All you've got to do is subscribe to the channel. Button's down there. Why not click it now? And then share one of our videos on social media. Send a screenshot of you sharing it on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you like. Just send it to the channel email, which is appearing below. Then when we get to 5,000 subs, one lucky person somewhere in the world will get that box. I can't wait to get to 5,000 subs and see what lucky person can open all these boxes. And I'm just so
Could be
excited.
anything.
For
Yeah, it could be
So
anything.
excited.
And if you want to go one further, please check out our Patreon tiers. It starts at just £1 a month to join the Discord, and then we also have exclusive content starting at the next tier up. And you can come join us on Spell Table, which is going to be really fun. We'll bring up our lovely patrons. We love them, don't we?
Thank you guys, you're wonderful people.
I love them more than life itself, and I'm not even being ironic. You guys make the world go round. We love you,
We sure do.
and we'll catch you next time on Chad Magic. Bye for now.
Bye for now.